things from a couple of days ago.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
do you think it's kind of fitting that whatever happened 2 days ago, you win it in a shootout itself?
Well, I said to the girls after we conceded that goal in the last minute, I said, okay, fine, we'll do it the hard way. It's what we're used to. We do it the hard way, and we talked about it. I spoke to Savi about the shootouts. She always prepares really well, and I also told her to talk to the team about it, how she feels and how she feels about the people that take it, and I think that helped a lot, to be honest. And you see people taking responsibility, and it's not easy, but I was very happy with how we did it today.
Can you just talk to us a little bit about two moments? You deciding that Sangeeta, as the junior most member, I'm assuming, of the team, goes first to take a shootout. That's a lot of responsibility. And also, you had, I think, 2 private hugs with Gurjeet after the medal was sealed. I saw the support staff actually hanging back, giving you to a private moment. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, like Sangeeta has a very good shootout, and actually, you know, second guessing myself after Australia, is like I put her 5th. No one has seen a lot of her shootouts. She's only taken 1 maybe for us. So I was like, you know, she has a good shootout. I know she can score, and actually she could have scored. You know, if she would have just lifted the ball, her skill was fine. So I wasn't, and I know she can do it. Like, for me, it is very important the girls take ownership. And for example, Salima wasn't feeling good with her knee and ankle, so she said, I don't want to do it. And Shami, with her yellow card, was also feeling down. And I think that's great ownership. Instead of saying, you know, it's my responsibility, no, I don't feel like it. And Mona this morning said to me, look, Jan, if no one wants to take one, I'll take one. You know, so the girls are really stepping up to the plate. And that is as much as taking it as saying, like, someone else should do it. So for me, it wasn't really a hard choice. Sangeeta, Sonika first, because they have a good shootout, and let's see. And Sonika delivered, although she took a little bit of time for that one. And then Navneet, I know she's always good at it, and actually Nea could have scored, but listen, I know Savi's a very good goalkeeper, and maybe it's well deserved that it finished this way for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that moment with Gurjeet, those 2 moments?
Yeah, I think, you know, it was with a couple of others as well. I think Gurjeet, I do connect with the players, and I think Gurjeet understands how difficult it has been for all of us, and I think instead of running to the goalkeeper, and actually there's more people coming to me, and I think they shouldn't. It's about them, it's not about me, but they do appreciate me a lot, which is very special.
Coach, seeing from the sidelines, I don't know if I got it wrong, but you sort of teared up as well. So is it something that happens to you often? And if not, I mean, what was it about today that sort of, and the girls were lifting you and all that sort of thing? So.
Well, no, it doesn't happen often as we win, to be honest, because normally when I win, even when I was a player, it's like everyone's always crying. I'm never crying. But you know what, we've come from a long way, and I think that is what the emotions were. I feel like, you know, we're so close every time, and it's so hard for the girls to pick themselves up again, to be positive again, to fight again. And you know, when they scored, I'm like, really, it's gonna. And I was like, no, we're going to do this. So for me, it was the relief, the emotion that they finally got rewarded. And they deserve it.
Right.
But does this medal give you tangible proof that you and the team are on the right path right now?
I don't know, that's for you guys to decide, right? I mean, I think that's how the outside world looks at it. For me, it's more like, I know we're doing a lot of things right, and that the outcome's maybe not always there. But you know, for them it's so important because they deserve to get a medal, to have something tangible. And being a player, it's not just about that, but the fact that you fight so hard, you won a medal. And we've been close in the last years, and now we finally have one, and I think that means a lot to them and to me.
Does the medal, kind of taste more sweeter because of the way, things have gone after the Pro League and the World Cup did not go, so that makes it...
Yeah, I think, you know, as a player, you always want to get the most out of it. So when we were in the World Cup, we also wanted to play to our best ability. And I think we did at times, but didn't reward ourselves. And then you get another shot so close, that is nice. But you also know there's like, look, you know, New Zealand, Australia, England are all ranked higher than us. It's also that simple, and they're used to playing finals, they're used to playing semi-finals, and we're just not. And I think that's what you see today, is that we're getting there. And if you compare this performance and the one in the semis with last year Tokyo, there's a lot more maturity, despite the fact that we concede a goal, but you know, they pull their goalkeeper and we get a yellow card. It's a little bit a lot, you know what I mean? And I thought that yellow card was very harsh, to be honest.
Coach, now's the time for celebration, but when do you start analyzing the game?
Definitely not very soon, because I'll be honest, like, it's been a long journey. I've been on the road since June 1st, and I need a break, and the girls need a break. But tonight we'll discuss briefly as to you know, what we learned. I always like to do it right away because it's fresh in the mind. But yeah, end of August, start of September, we go back again, and then it's the vision on Asian Games. And I think, you know, yeah, we have a target on our back in Asia. I feel. I think you saw it in the World Cup already, that teams just adjust to us and just want to counter. And like I said today, we managed it also really well. New Zealand is a team that wants to counter, and we still play our own game and attacking hockey. So yeah, we can be better. I know we can be. We need to be better. So that's what we're going to work on.
Do you think the penalty corners are a thing that still need to be worked on?
Yes.
And we need a second penalty corner specialist at least?
Yeah, so we have some young girls, like Deepika is someone who has a decent drag flick, but I'll be honest, I'm not the expert. And I do think that it's helpful to get some specialists in, and I'm thinking out of the box, but maybe some of the men's team can help us. We're training at the same venue, you know, and Harmanpreet of course has a very good drag flick, and there's more. So maybe have Gujit train with them, maybe have them develop also if they have time, because of course they're busy with their own schedule. But maybe yeah, we'll get some specialists in from the Netherlands as well that I like to work with. Look, we need to improve, but you see all teams struggle with scoring PCs in women's hockey because defense is getting better.
But do you think in PCs it's also a thing of confidence that once you miss maybe two, the third one, then you don't want to take it, or it becomes a little bit of reluctance?
Yeah, I think Gujit had maybe that a little bit in the World Cup at some point, definitely not now. And I think, you know, we played 3 PCs. It wasn't perfect, but at least they were on target. At least we made stuff happen. And I think it's definitely a point of attention for us. And let's see, yeah, we need to be better.
Just finally, you said you've been on the road from June 1st. Players must be tired, you must be tired. Were there ever moments there where the up and down, what was the one thing that stood out for you throughout this whole 2.5 months that you've been in?
The incredible ability that the girls, you know, they just keep fighting. And I know I sometimes have to remind them in a sense, but it's tough. Like I said, we lose, you know, we lose to Spain, you have to go again. We lose to New Zealand, you have to go again. And the fact that they always pick themselves up and stay together as a team, I think that is really, really special, because I've seen it happen time and again when you don't get the results you want, that everyone starts blaming each other and they fall apart. But this team is very special, and they stay together and they fought together, and there was never blaming. There was of course frustration because we're human, but they stayed together, and every time when the whistle went, they started fighting again, and I'm very proud of that.
Final question has to be about the Olympics, because that is where it all started. Is it still in the back of a mind that the Paris, somewhere you are also thinking about, you know, as the tournament gets over, there is something?
Yeah, I think you first need to qualify. Even when I was playing for the Netherlands, people always started talking about Olympics, and I get really nervous because I'm like, we have to qualify, you know, as a player that was, and you know, it's the pinnacle in your sport. And I think it's very special for me to be in a Commonwealth Games for the first time and winning a medal, because it's special in these 4-year tournaments to win something, you know, that doesn't happen. I said to the girls before the semi-final, you know, I only played 9 semi-finals in my life, in my playing career, because they don't happen often, you know, and so you just cherish these moments. And yeah, we'll try our best, and I do think that if we keep learning, we keep growing, we have talent that is going to challenge this group, and we can make each other stronger. Let's see what happens. I think women's hockey is getting tighter and tighter.
Coach, how many finals have you played then? 9 semi-finals?
Also 9.
Wow.
And how
That's
many
a
titles
record.
is that?
Well, that is not true. Well, that is no, that is true. I'm talking about World Cup, Olympic, Europeans.
Right.
I always played the final. So 9 semi-finals, 9
9
finals.
finals.
Yeah.
And how many titles out of that?
Only 3.
It's a tough
No,
score.
that is not true because the Europeans, I forget. So I won 1 World Cup, 1 Olympics, and 2 Europeans, so 4.
4. Perfect.
So I lost
It's
more
a-
than I won. Huh? Finals, that is.